Hello, everybody. My name is Chandler Mogren. Today I'm going to go over the Bombas founders case of David Heath and Randy Goldberg. And to start off, I'm just going to go over some background about Bombas and the two founders. So Bombas was founded back in 2013 by David and Randy. But in 2011, David came across a Facebook post that was about socks being the number one most requested item for those experiencing homelessness. And the company has always been a mission-centered company that donates one item for every item that they sell. And Bombas started with only really selling socks, but back in 2019 and 2021, they started selling underwear and sweatshirts as well. And Bombas has been an extremely successful company throughout its 12-year lifespan. They turned profitable only after 3 years. And then in 2021, they generated over $250 million. But despite all of their successes throughout this, they've faced many challenges that stunt them from growing to a bigger company. And starting off, after I read this case, a lot of the struggles that I found that Bombas had, there's really three main problems. Um, the first one is Bombas had a very strict rule of for every item they sell, they would donate one. And this ended up limiting their margin of flexibility and really strains their growth as a company. And the second challenge that I found is they were super resistant and hesitant in the case to form partnerships with others that didn't always have the same mission that they did. Even just a little bit, they would turn them down. And Bombas wants to continue to follow their mission. And by not doing this, it takes away many opportunities for them to scale their brand for growth. And the final challenge that I found is they have a very long and prolonged research and development. It really sets them behind the competition and in a market that is very fast moving. And so moving on to solutions that I have for each one of their problems, I came up with kind of like a five-step plan that they can include and get throughout the year. And the first step is that I believe they should change their model to bulk donations every quarter of the year. So donate 4 times a year instead of doing it for every item. Uh, this helps preserve their mission while it allows them to have more margin and flexibility, or more flexibility for their margin. And the second step that I found is to have thoroughly detailed partnership agreements that can continue to follow their mission. But making partnerships with similar valued companies can allow for Bombas to expand their target market. And then in the third step is to redevelop their product development to bring in faster results for them. Kind of an example of what I found that they can do is they could start donating their prototypes and designs of their socks to homeless shelters to give out. So it allows for them to give real-time feedback to them to see what can be better and what they can do. And the final step that I found is to increase your brand and social impact. I think Bombas needs to increase their brand by advertising and sharing how much they do for socially and how much they impact the community around them. This would also really distinguish their brand from competitors and also allows other companies to partner with them in the end. Finally, moving into our data and financials, implementing this five-step plan will be costly, just like any other big changes to companies, but it will benefit their company in the long run. So, changing to bulk donations, Bombas will have to redesign logistics and renegotiate with suppliers on terms, which will cost them around 300,000, which is pretty average. And the next is developing detailed partnerships. This requires a lot of staffing, legal work, integration, and co-marketing as well. And this will cost a little over $1 million. And then to implement quicker research and development, this will require new prototypes with new testing technology, and will allow, and also for more shipping to get them to homeless shelters for other people to try. This costs around 500,000. And then adding products to the clothing line, this will be one of the more expensive ones as well, due to needing new technology, equipment, inventory and investments, as well as new factory lines. And this will also cost around $1 million. And then finally, to increase their social awareness, this will be more just marketing and more data infrastructure, which will um, cost them around another $100,000. So this will total up. It's around $3 million process throughout the year. But each one of these steps, at the end of the day, in two plus years, this will increase the revenue by at least 10 to 15% as well. So that is all I have for you guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it.